All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of GAR Capital. It is March 14th on a Tuesday, 2023. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join me this morning and every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bottom right-hand corner of your screen, little black logo. Click on that. Turn on notifications. Subscribe to our channel. Make sure to hit the like button if you like these videos. Share it with anyone who you may think would enjoy these videos. Let's go ahead and get around the horn. Just a heads up, we didn't signal anything yesterday in terms of trading. Again, very volatile session. We had CPI this morning. Futures are up 331 points. NASDAQ up 1.15%. S&P up 122%, 3936. And the Russell is at 1800, up 2.38%. 10-year Treasury yields are starting to bounce a little bit, 3.556. We do have a couple of overhead gaps to fill. We also have a downside gap to fill at 3143, so keep that in mind. The dollar is holding on to the 50-day moving average on the daily, so keep that on the back of your mind as well. VIX getting slammed right now. We can see now about 9.31%. The volatility index now at 2405. Let's see, keep moving. Crude oil is down about 2%, 73.28 a barrel. Again, still within that range. Gasoline futures down about 0.67%, $2.57 a gallon. 1913 for gold futures, since the dollar is pretty much flat for the day, green. 2186 for silver futures, down 0.29%. Copper flat, $4.04. Euro dollar up 3 pips, 107.33. That's flat. 134.14 for the dollar yen. That's up 90 pips. Pound dollar 121.89, up pretty much flat. Bitcoin is above 26,425, up 8%. And Ethereum 1772 on the contracts this morning. Good morning, Zoom Balloon. Okay, let's go ahead with the outlook. We did have CPI numbers. Let me go ahead and read them to you rather quickly. CPI numbers. Okay, so we have a 0.4% month-over-month growth. Expectation was 0.4, so that's a meet. The previous was 0.5%, so again, sliding inflation. 5.5% year-over-year on the core. That's meeting estimates. US CPI core inflation slightly higher than expected, 0.5 versus 0.4%. CPI year-over-year, 6%. The expectation was 6%. Let's see, Fed swap show March hike odds edge up, but still not fully priced. Let's see if there's anything that has changed. Okay, so in 4 and 5 shows Fed swap show odds of a 25 basis point hike of around 4 and 5. So we've had a lot of headlines come in from different banks stating that they're going to pause, or you're going to just do 25, or you're going to do quantitative easing. That's everywhere from Nomura to Barclays to Goldman Sachs to Morgan Stanley. Everyone has an opinion, Citi as well. So we have the Fed meeting next week. We're in a Fed blackout period, so none of the Fed speakers can have any say right now. So we're kind of in a point where we don't know what to expect. So what does that mean? You stick with the technicals, right? You stick with the chart. So let's go to the S&P 500 and see what's going on. 3950, that's your 200-day moving average. I said that on Twitter yesterday that the bulls needed to close above that. We didn't get it. We got as high as 3970 yesterday. But 3950 is a level I will be looking at. Let's see if we can close above there. What I'm looking for is right around 4,000 to possibly get out of any longs if we went ahead and play this long side. We have about 70 handles to go, so we could play long to 4,000. If we close above 4,000, that'd be very bullish. I doubt that would happen today. But 3950 is the target for the 200-day. We need to close above there for continuation upside. We do have PPI tomorrow. That's producer price index. But right around 4,000, that's the level where I'm looking to possibly short. You have the 20-day moving average. Again, that is our barometer for momentum. If we settle above that, then the story changes. But for the most part, I'm looking to see if we can get to 4,000. I'd want to short there, see if we can get back to the 200-day, if not to around this trend line here of around 39, let's say 39.43. So again, I'm going to be targeting this level. Again, I want to see how we open. If we can get to right here, I want to go ahead and hit puts, see if we can get back to here. Again, it's just going to be ping-ponging for a little bit. Unless we do break above 4,005, which is the 20-day, and then we could see where we go from there. But we're up about 46 handles. We need about 70 handles or so to go to get to, or 60 handles to go to that 4,000 level. So let's go ahead and mark that 4,000 as key resistance, but the next key resistance is 39.50. That's key resistance 1, key resistance 2. In terms of support, 3,900 is your next support. That's what we're looking for. That's the level that we kind of hovering around in futures last night. If we start breaking down 38.50, then we'll see about continuation to short right around 3,800. But as of right now, the market is cheering PPI. We are oversold on those banks. We know a lot of panic, but this is very similar to what happened in COVID. Right around the same time, the 12th, the 11th, the 13th, that's when things get a little weird and sloppy in terms of the market. That's what we've had lately in March 2020, and then of course in 2008, same deal. So it seems like that March kind of tells us a lot. So again, keep this also in the back of your head. We need to stay above 3,800 before March close. That's kind of the level of support you're looking for. If we break down below that, then the October lows are in play, or a continuation lower. But if we stay above that, statistically speaking, we should be okay throughout the period of the rest of the year. But again, you want to stay above 3,800 by the end of March. In terms of today, let's go ahead and go over SPY if there's anything to really play. We are now trading at 390. Let's call it 390. If we get to around 390, 313, that 200 day, then I would start taking a look at the 400 calls. But again, we need to get above 390, 314. That's your 200 day. Then I would take a look at the 400 calls. Let's take a look at QQQ. QQQ is now trading at 293.95, so we'll call it right around here. I have the 20-day right around 296.98, 296.88. If that breaks, then I would start considering getting above to the 300 target for calls. But as of right now, we just need to see how we open. Nothing has really changed this morning. This could be sold off first thing in the morning. So again, if you have any long positions, maybe you were long ahead of the CPI, you definitely want to go ahead and take some profits first thing and go from there. So that's really all you can do right now. Again, we're going to keep an eye on that 39.50 level in the S&P. If we reject that level, then things get interesting with 3,900, 38.50. But if we break above that, then we have 4,000 as our target, or 400 SPY. And let's see if we get there. 39.50 is the key. We will see what we get moving forward. No need to rush into anything. Again, you do have PPI, you do have OPEX on Friday. So a lot of landmines. I know it's kind of murky waters, but it's okay to not trade. We didn't trade yesterday in terms of signals. Again, we're going to be very, very, very careful. We're treating it like we're snipers. We want just headshots. We don't need to go crazy on trying to do too many things, go long here, short this and short that. Let's wait for high probable setups with good profit targets, because anything can happen. All it takes is a headline to go ahead and reverse this. All it takes is a headline for us to soar. What price would you consider a coin to buy on your long-term portfolio? We are just not there yet. That's just where we are. We're right near the 50. Look at that. And we're rejecting. I'd hate to say it, but again, I think above 70, maybe 80. If that's the case, you could start dipping your toe. But we're still in murky waters. We're still not even in any kind of market. Look where we are. So let's go ahead and zoom out here. We're at 29.32. 29.32 gets us to around, I don't know, May 23rd levels. Fat and flat. A whole lot of nothing. So again, buying here really doesn't do anything. I suggest Zoom Balloon that your dollar cost average if that's the case, but trying to find a position here is very difficult because you're right now in the middle of everything. Not much to do. So again, we know our levels, 39.50 on ES, we know our levels on SPY, we know our levels on Qs. Apple actually had a nice day yesterday, even with the market being extremely choppy. Kind of tough here, but again, if we break 153, you could target the 155 calls or 156 calls for that rejection of that double top. But again, I don't know if that'd be the best setup for me moving forward. But we'll keep an eye on everything as we go. Of course, Discord members, we will let you know of any setups, but we didn't have any trades yesterday. So thanks for being patient with us. Sometimes, there's no setups, and we want to make sure that you guys have the right things moving forward. So again, we're going to see what we get. The dollar's starting to bounce a little bit. VIX starting to bounce a little bit. Any of this could fade immediately. So If you have longs, let's say you were long overnight, I suggest you go ahead and take it, enjoy your profit, move on with your day, see if there's any other setups. If you want to leave a runner, that's one thing, totally fine. But for the most part, it's best to just take your longs at the open and move on with your day. So we'll go ahead and leave it there this morning. So much more to go over in terms of the week. We'll see what any kind of headlines come in. Make sure to follow us on Twitter for any new headlines. We'll keep you up to date as always. Have a great rest of your morning. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. JJ Williams, Zoom Balloon. Appreciate your questions as always. We will see you guys tomorrow for the morning note. Have a great rest of your morning. Cheers.